अगर आमिर खान के में किसी का स्क्रिप्ट सिलेक्शन है तो वो आयुष्मान खुराना का है।
I think Amir Khan is a legend, and I have a lot to learn. I'm still evolving and learning.
आपने कहा है कि that you want to make films that unite.
हमें ऐसी फिल्में बनानी चाहिए जो हमें जोड़े आपस में.
What is the importance of professionalism for you?
वो बहुत important है.
Does the space of web shows something excites you? Would you want to do something?
I would love to do it for sure.
Maybe success is overrated. Failure is something that really teaches you.
मैंने अब statement भी change कर दिया. I think अब failure is of course success is important. Failure is also important, but nothing is permanent.
One can change one's own destiny.
Yeah, absolutely. You can change your own destiny. Hi, this is Ayushmann Khurrana, and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
मैं आपका एक इंटरव्यू में आपको पढ़ रहा था तो उसमें आपने कहा है कि that you want to make films that unite, that are a community experience, and that bring people together, which is a pretty interesting thought actually. Ideally, that should be the case, but
Absolutely.
maybe I think I personally thought that it's something which is very heartening, to be honest.
Yeah. I think our country is very unique, and we should all come together and celebrate this uniqueness of our country.
Right.
And it's the job of the cinema because I think it's a very powerful medium. That's why everyone takes it very seriously. Like our country is obsessed with Indian cinema.
Right.
So especially Bollywood. और हमें ऐसी फिल्में बनानी चाहिए जो हमें जोड़े आपस में. That's what I feel, and that's the only aspiration I've had since my first film.
जब भी आपके पास कोई स्क्रिप्ट आती है, आपके लिए उस फिल्म का जो नियत है, इंटेंशन है, वो कितना इम्पोर्टेंट होता है?
I think वो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट होता है. नियत इंटेंशन सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट होती है. वो आती है डायरेक्टर से, उसके वर्ल्ड व्यू से, वो दुनिया को कैसे परसीव करता है और क्या चेंज लाना चाहता है ज़िंदगी में. तो आई थिंक वो बात करके आपको पता चल जाता है, चाहे वो फर्स्ट टाइम डायरेक्टर हो या फिर एक नोन डायरेक्टर हो. इट डजंट रियली मैटर. आई थिंक स्क्रिप्ट इज एवरीथिंग, एंड दैट डायरेक्टर्स इंटेंशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट.
Right. So you're having Dr. G, and there is Action Hero.
Actually, I'm still shooting.
You're still shooting for it?
Yeah. Last year is left, but I'll be done with it in April, May.
What is the importance of professionalism for you in terms of having a certain schedule for wrapping up films and going about in a like an organized manner and just moving on to the next one after that?
I didn't get your question actually. Professionalism as in from wrapping up one film going to the
in the
other?
sense कि that जैसे बहुत बार क्या होता है कि that फिल्में डिले हो जाती हैं for various reasons.
Yeah.
At times actors जो हैं वो अपना busy हो जाते हैं, maybe they give dates but they then give it to someone else as well. From that perspective, so you seem to be rather organized कि that ये मुझे इतने टाइम में मुझे ये करना है, and then I move on to the next one.
Yeah, I think वो बहुत important है. मेरी कोई फिल्म ऐसे 1-2 साल नहीं चलती है.
Yeah,
Apart from अंधाधुन, in fact, it just we went on for 1 year. That was not because of me, because of other actors. Maybe उनके schedule में they had signed a lot of films. पर अंधाधुन and बधाई हो I was shooting simultaneously. I've never done that ever. So it was like 2 दिन अंधाधुन shoot कर रहा हूँ, 3 दिन बधाई हो shoot कर रहा हूँ. They were so different as films and different characters. So it was quite crazy that time. But apart from that, from top to bottom, I think I've finished all the films. So
Yeah,
I do generally, now I'm doing 3 films a year. Earlier I used to do 2 films a year. उससे पहले 1 film करता था. So it really depends how the kind of films I'm getting, scripts I'm getting. And this is the first time because of pandemic, the films are getting delayed. Release delay हो रही है. Dr. G ready है. अब तक release हो जानी चाहिए थी.
Right.
So yeah, so there's a lot of stock left, and that's why this entire year release dates थोड़ी ऊपर नीचे हो रही हैं. Like every week you're going to see a film getting released, like a known film getting released.
Right.
Because काफी backlog पड़ा हुआ.
Does the space of web shows something excites you? Would you want to do something of that
If
sort?
something is like very different for me or quite big, I would love to do it for sure.
Have you been
But-
offered anything?
Yeah, of course. But for me, the charm of theatre is something else. I think big screen experience is beautiful. It's very surreal because I've grown up watching films in theatres. So I'm of that school that we should watch films in theatres.
Right. So talking about theatres, you've had like a full-blown training as far as theatre is concerned during your formative years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how important has that been in terms of just just making the person that you are, making the artist that you are? Because with theatre you learn a lot of things, like as you mentioned about the community element. You come together, you know, आप lights भी उठाते हैं, आप साथ में सोते भी हैं, सब चीज़ें होती हैं, which makes it like very interesting experience. Keeps you very grounded.
Confused here because I was talking about cinemas, but yeah, of course, theater.
नहीं, I got that. I got that, but theater से मैं उस theater में जा रहा हूँ.
Of course.
I got that.
अच्छा, ठीक है.
I completely got that. But I'm saying that जो आपका जो सारे जो starting आपका जो हुआ है, वो foundation आपका बहुत strong रहा है.
Yeah.
I'm basically talking about that.
I think it makes you very grounded as a person. अगर आपने theater नहीं किया है तो वो discipline चला जाता है. So it gives you that discipline. Like most of the people think that theater is all about just faffing around or having chai or a jhola and not having money to survive. It's like food for soul, not for stomach. That's what people think. That's the perception of theater. But it also gives you a lot of discipline because you need to practice day in and day out your plays. It's also physical at the same time, and you get to see the audience live, the reactions live. So I guess that experience is great. I think it prepares you for bigger things, for life also at the same time.
Okay, आपने ये भी कहा है that maybe success is overrated. Failure is something that really teaches you maybe the maximum things, and that is something which is very important for anyone. Now, I've known you from your first film itself. We have seen that phase in your journey right after Vicky Dona, when you had a few films that maybe did not work, and then you suddenly had this wonderful film with Bhumi Pednekar. And before that, things were very tough for you.
Yeah.
And many would say that, and I still remember, वो सारे जो media के भी जो phases होते हैं, certain people they had been writing some stuff as well. So how bad that phase was for you? That, and apparently you had second thoughts that इसके बाद में अगर ये नहीं चली film, तो फिर मैं कुछ और करता हूँ.
I'm glad that happened because I started taking my music seriously during that time. I formed a band. I was like, अब पता नहीं फिल्में कैसी मिलेंगी, पर मैं शादियों पे गाऊंगा, मैं कॉलेज फेस्ट में गाऊंगा. So I started performing with my band during that phase. That 1 year, I think, immediately after the failure of Hawai Zada, I formed my band and had my first performance in Goa Fest, and took the best musicians from the country and formed a set, and we started performing. I was like, this is life, we have to move on. And I started enjoying it also at the same time, and I still do it once in a while. Like अभी जब फिर से अभी I think college fest शुरू होंगे तो फिर I'll be performing again if I get time. And अभी तो 3 फिल्में कर रहा हूँ साल में, तो time नहीं मिलता है, but I would love to do it. I think it's great connect with the audience, especially the college students. I think it's very heartening to see them. So yeah, मैंने अब statement भी change कर दिया. I think failure is, of course, success is important, failure is also important, but nothing is permanent. If you see with that perspective that nothing's going to last forever, your success or your failure. It just passes. I think it keeps you sane.
Right, and you also believe that one can change one's own destiny.
Yeah. Of course.
Which is interesting, and I think makes sense as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You can change your own destiny. But of course, लोग किस्मत की बात करते हैं. किस्मत होती है. Like it also depends about your choices. You can change your destiny with your choices, with honing your craft and everything. It's in your hands, I guess. And more than anything else, you have to be one with the people. If you're living in a bubble, you won't realize what kind of entertainment or what kind of engagement they expect out of you. And I think that's what could cause failure, maybe. And it's you are the responsible for your own failure, I guess, not anybody else.
जो ये माना जाता है कि that अगर आमिर खान के आदमी किसी का स्क्रिप्ट सिलेक्शन है तो वो आयुष्मान खुराना का है. तो does that put any sort of pressure on you?
Of course, a lot of pressure. I think Amir Khan is a legend, and I have a lot to learn. I'm still evolving and learning. I'm yet to give a 300 crore film. Like he comes once in a while and he just smashes the box office. It's amazing. I would love to have that kind of life where you just work for 2 years on a script and then come in cinemas and people expect that kind of fanfare from you. So I think it's very heartening to have that kind of superstardom. But I do 3 films a year, and my films have a certain budget. Of course, they have a big heart. So we have different career paths. I learn a lot from him, and I think the comparison is unfair. Hi, this is Ayushmann Khurrana and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.